fair. There we go.
Hello. Of course, Ivana is on location today, so we've had a few technical difficulties. I had my camera just right, with my background just right, and then I had to disconnect, and now it's not just right, so you guys are just going to have to deal with it today. Okay? That's all. All right. I did go vote today. I hope you guys went and voted. Ivana, tell them about where you're at and what you're doing today.
Okay, so I am in San Francisco. I happen to be at the White Swan Hotel, which is actually a lovely place, and I'm going to try to give you a tour when it doesn't matter anymore because it's really gorgeous. The staff is wonderful. You can see some of the elements. I don't know if you can see this gorgeous door here. It's lovely. It's very.
Yeah, don't move
I guess
too
it's.
much. We might lose you. Wait till the end, and that way it won't matter if we lose you.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. So I'm in San Francisco this week. I was doing a little bit of a solitary workcation. I have a lot of pending content coming that needed some thinking, and I needed to be left alone. And so if you check my Facebook page, you'll see that I've done some sightseeing. I've done some work. I miss you, Rhonda. We're going to have to come to San Francisco together.
I know. I can't believe you didn't take me. I'm so sad that I'm here stuck in the dreary cold weather, and you're on the West Coast where it's warmer, and I've seen all the sunshine, and I'm very jealous, and I'm very mad at you.
I'll make it up to you, I promise. So
right,
we have some really exciting stuff that we've gathered on location. I
Yeah.
actually shot a really fun video that I'm probably not going to be able to show to you on the show as I intended because of our technical difficulty, because everything was done mobile and everything, I was uploading it to YouTube and all this other. So we'll see, but I'm going to put.
I don't think it's public, so I can't find it, but
yeah,
we'll try.
We'll try. I'll get that up so you guys can see it, but I will tell you all about my adventures. I know you've got some fun stuff going on too, Missy.
I do, and I know you're trying to stall, but I think what we're going to start off with is you guys may remember a few shows back that Miss Ivana said that we could dare her to do anything, and that she will do it.
I will do it.
Today, I have a dare.
Remember, all ages show.
Yes, it is all ages. So, Miss Ivana.
Yes.
What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go to the front desk, and then I'm going to give you a few things to ask the front desk clerk, and you have to ask them everything I tell you, okay?
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
So go to the front desk.
Okay.
And let me give you some questions to ask.
Okay, great. So I have some questions to ask.
Sure. You can't get in your room yet, right?
I can't get in the room yet, no.
Okay. Ask her if they happen to have any rope.
Oh, do you have any rope?
Do we have ropes?
Oh, rope. Rope.
I can find out. I don't know if we do, actually.
Wait, tell her. Wait, tell her you want the soft kind. You got rope burn last time.
Oh, I'd like the soft kind because I got rope burn last time.
Now, I want you to ask her, say, do you know what the weight capacity is on the light fixture in the room?
Do you know what the weight capacity is on the light fixture?
I don't.
She doesn't know these things. How can she's never been asked that before? Can you hear her? No, you can't hear her. She's never been asked that before.
Ask her.
What will I do?
Ask her how thin the walls are in the room.
How thin are the walls? It's an old place. I would imagine they're pretty thin.
We are about 100 years old.
It's about 100 years old, so I think it's pretty thin.
Ask her how many guests you can have with you in your room.
How many guests can I have with me in my room?
Either 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Say, okay, well, I can deal with that if you have the soft rope.
I can deal with that if you have the soft rope. She's just she's not phased. This is San Francisco. She's not at all phased, like you North Carolina Baptist girl people. This is standard stuff here. Give me something better.
Let's see her face.
You want to see her face? Look how cute she is.
Oh, hello.
She's playing, so I did it.
That was very good. She's never been asked if they have rope and what the weight capacity is on the
I
life.
don't think in this place. This is like this beautiful, like sophisticated place. I don't think people with those kinds of proclivities would stay here.
That was hilarious. You were laughing trying to ask those questions.
Did you see that show where they actually do that, where the guy will have an earpiece and then he's got and then they play, they get points.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. Where
so they wear an earpiece. So this is obvious. This is like a little, But what happens is they each wear an earpiece. Like one of them gets picked, and then they wear an earpiece, and then the guys are out there doing exactly what you did, but like way more intense than that.
I was trying, because you had made friends and you have to stay there, I didn't want you to embarrass yourself too bad, but that's still hilarious. Okay, so now what I want to do, guys, is I want to show you what my adventures were today. So let me show you what I did today. Let me get it over there. I got to share my screen right quick. It was a lot of fun, so I hope you guys enjoy it.
I know what you did.
Can you see my screen?
I see it. It looks great.
Okay, great. So I'm going to play it. Let me know if you can hear it too, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Rhonda here from VA Village.
I hear it.
Help me, Rhonda. Okay, so today I've got my Starbucks, of course, always. And I also have a special surprise today. I'm very excited because Dunkin' Donuts released their croissant donut, which we all know really is a cronut. So I'm going to try it today and see if it stands up to my standard for cronuts, because you guys know how much I love cronuts.
Oh, so you're not even in the store.
Looks good. Got it from...
Oh, that does look good.
It looks good. I can see the lid. It's glazed like a glazed donut. So all looks well by appearances. So let me try it and see if it is as delicious as it looks.
You know you can only eat one bite. You're supposed to share with me.
I know. I have some to share.
I'll have to get some myself.
Very good. Let me finish chewing.
I know you have to chew like 32 times.
Good. Not great.
Oh, good, not great, huh?
No, it's not great.
Whereas the cronuts that we had in Vegas were so light and fluffy like a croissant. And this is just a little thicker. You can see the layers. It's got thicker layers.
Uh-huh.
So it'll do if you can't get anything else, but still not the cronut and not up to standard. But it'll do for now. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
I'll have to compare it to the ones that I made, because let me tell you, the ones I made, Rhonda, have you made the ones with the, with the rollout dough?
I have, and they're a lot lighter and fluffier. See, I have this one. This one's for you. Yum, yum. But you can see I'm on my other camera.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's not light, the whole idea of the cronut is it's supposed to be light and fluffy like a croissant.
I don't think...
It doesn't have that croissant flavor. It does have the layers, but they're like really thick.
Yeah.
And they're not light and fluffy like a croissant.
So definitely more like a donut.
Layery.
More like a donut.
More like a donut. Yeah, it's not like a croissant kind of texture.
Gotcha. More like a donut. It's really interesting. So I suppose you can't really mass produce these things. Oh, now you're talking.
No, I don't think so. Well, I had to eat something. He's sitting here. But you know who I think could do a good job at this, and I wish would have come out with it first?
Who's that?
Cream would have done it, because Krispy Kreme's donuts are lighter anyway.
Yes, correct.
And Dunkin' Donuts are more of a cake texture.
It's true. I don't ever get their
And
donuts.
so I think Krispy Kreme probably could have gotten it a lot lighter and fluffier and done a better job at it. I wish they would come out with one because I think it would probably be a lot better than Dunkin' Donuts because I'm not that crazy about Dunkin' Donuts anyway because they are thicker and more like a cake donut.
Yeah, I hear you. Definitely get that.
Okay, I'm feeding my
You
face.
feed your face. One of the things I wanted to tell you.
To play.
One of the things I really want to share with you guys is this awesome. Now, you guys might have heard of Uber, Uber. It's like the alternate taxi service that a lot of big cities have, right? One of the things that when I've been to San Francisco a few times recently, and every time I come, the locals always say, hey, if you need transportation, try Lyft, Lyft. Well, I tried it once, loved it. Here, I've done a Lyft twice, and I actually videotaped one, which I'm going to upload to show you. I was trying to upload it, but as Rhonda said, we were having technical issues, and it just would not go. So anyway, so I'm going to share it in the comment section, especially because we have a lot of people that couldn't make it with us today, but are going to come watch the replay. They're going to see it. So you guys, there's a replay that you can see the video of the Lyft. So Lyft is an alternative to a taxi, what it is regular people who apply. You apply. It's a job. You apply, and it's sort of like a ride sharing in a way. So it's like a taxi and it's ride sharing, and you use it through an app. So you download the app on your phone, and you tell them where you want to go. And I mean within minutes, often like 5 minutes. Yesterday I was in Sausalito at dinner, and the guy showed up in like less than 5 minutes. I wasn't even ready to go yet, and he was here.
And how much does it cost?
That's the other great thing. I think some people say they're up to half as cheap as a cab. I'm not quite sure. I don't have enough experience. But I can tell you that a ride that was supposed to maybe cost $40, $50 yesterday, I paid $22.50 for.
Oh, wow.
Right, so it's really fantastic. And so what's really great, all you small business owners, is that a lot of the guys, or people, I should say, I just happen to have all men be drivers. I would imagine a lot of women might not, may feel like a little danger there. The guys that were driving, every single one of them was an entrepreneur and was doing this for extra money. In fact, my driver yesterday was a chiropractor.
Oh, wow. So he, as a chiropractor, needed the extra money to drive people around?
Well, get this. He was opening up a new clinic.
Ah, okay.
And basically the way it works is they're like, I'm driving around anyway. I like driving. I'm driving around anyway, so why not make some money while I'm at it?
Right, right.
And the other really cool thing that I learned, and I think we had talked about this a little bit, and maybe we'll get into this conversation because it centers around the work that I'm doing, that I came to do here, is what the guy told me today on the video is that there's much more of a community. So there's a Lyft community of drivers and of passengers. They see themselves as a community. So a lot of it comes from referrals. So like my friends told me, use Lyft. You can get Uber or Lyft, but definitely use Lyft. And they feel like, and so you might be wondering, how does the quality system work and all that stuff?
Right.
What's really cool is when you download the app, you have to fill in all your information and your payment information. There's a picture of you, okay? And the same thing when I've got the event page that when the driver comes, when you submit your destination, the driver will, you'll see his picture and you'll see the car, and you can even see him as he's getting closer to you. So like on the map, you could see him moving along. And after your ride is done, he rates you as the passenger, and you rate him as a driver, and you leave comments. And so what the guy told me is that, especially because this is local, I believe it's only in San Francisco. What happens is, if you're a jerk and the rider rates you as a jerk, you'll never get that rider again. And then if multiple people rate you poorly as a passenger, you won't get picked up.
Ah, okay.
Isn't that interesting?
It is.
So what I thought was really, really cool is that it goes
They'll
into
be like, okay, no jerks allowed.
no jerks allowed, right? And the other thing that I thought was really interesting is this idea of community and choice, right? So now if you're in San Francisco, you can choose to ride in a cab, which is expensive, and according to some of the people I've heard, unpredictable. Like there's not as many cabs in San Francisco as there are in New York City, right? So you'll wait a long time. You'll pay a lot of money, you know, and I guess they also say they're not as nice. And the cab drivers here are revolting. They're really upset about this whole Lyft and Uber thing. I've heard from my friends at dinner yesterday that taxi cab revenue in San Francisco is down 30%. So there's something, right?
Yeah,
so
I can bet that they're pretty upset. And the other day, this reminds me, I just found the video. The other day I was watching TMZ, and they were talking about Mark Wahlberg's wife had cut this woman off in her parking spot. Well, then the woman says that she's there keeping either. So watch what happens, though, at the end of this video. This is hilarious. Hold on. Let me show you. I'm going to share my screen again, guys. You've got to see this video. This is funny. This has to do with the Uber, so that's why I'm showing you. So watch. Can you see it?
I see it.
Okay, here we go. So watch this. Let me turn the sound back up. Okay. This is a lady taking a picture.
Just watch.
Yeah.
Watch her.
This is Mark Wahlberg's
doing what
wife.
to your tires?
I don't know.
So she's like trying to. She parked over in the spot she thinks is her spot.
Yeah.
That's her car there. Oh, okay. Is this some sort of parking lot standoff?
There's definitely a problem.
It's like a parking lot standoff.
No, I was backing into the spot, and Miss Princess over here,
Oh,
I think
okay.
she's a celebrity, somebody special.
Yeah, it's Mark. It's Mark Wahlberg's wife.
Who is it?
Mark Wahlberg's wife.
Well, Mark Wahlberg. Well, she can tell the police that she's not loading, and she screwed me. I have breast cancer. I'm here for my chemo treatment.
Okay. And it's October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
I'm aware of that. That's really good. I hope you're recording. And you can tell the police too who you are.
Are you an Uber driver?
I am.
So you're at work right now?
This day
That's hard. You've been working hard.
It's been just wonderful.
You're like a breast cancer victim. You're working hard. And you get cut off by.
And I have a child.
And you have a
And I'm a
child.
single mother.
Yeah. Oh, this is your ride.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can hang out with the
Wait for Ray to come. Wait for her to come out.
I tried to get into
Twist of fate.
wait for you because I assumed you were not out. Okay, and when I drop you off, I have to go to my doctor. Okay, and it's truly been like a day from hell. Where's it easy to go?
So you see what the lady did there?
What did she just do? I didn't see it.
She acted like she was there. She wanted everybody to feel bad for her. She acted like she was there for her breast cancer treatment. She was actually there to pick up her fare for the Uber driving. And then she tries to cover it up, and she's like, yeah, and after I drop you off, I have to go to my doctor's appointment.
Well, you know what's really interesting? One of the things that the guy told me, it's not on the video, but one of the things he said is that there really is a cultural brand difference between the Uber drivers and the Lyft drivers. He's like,
really?
Lyft drivers really, remember I said they felt like they were a community. There's a community relationship and an emotional relationship, and the commitment is really to just enjoying each other and meeting new people, and they really like that. Whereas the Uber drivers, he said, tend to be much more like it's a job. It's much more of a job rather than doing something because you like to be with people and you're going to make some money in the process. So I thought that's really important.
Yeah, maybe for people who do want to make a little extra money, or maybe for retired people who
Exactly.
want to get out, socialize with people, and don't want to sit at home all the time. and they want something to do to feel like they're making a difference or whatever. So
And it's not about. Can I tell you? It's about both of the guys that I talk to can make. I think it's something like between $20 and $25 an hour, which is not bad.
No, not at all. Not to just drive people around. That's not bad at all.
Right. And most of them are friends of yours because they own Priuses. So you guys would be. What do you do to each other when you see a Prius? You wave.
Wave. We're in that club.
You're in the club, right? So I thought that was really cool, and that actually brings to mind a conversation that I've been having, which is a trend. It's time to talk about trends right now. Mm-hmm. Everyone's talking about trends, and I don't want to spill the beans because it's work and research I'm doing right now, but I really do think there is this new trend of, I don't want to call it unmarketing. People have called it unmarketing before. But this idea of being in relationship with people, connecting with people, personalized communication between people, and people choosing you not because of what you do, but because of who you are as a person. So, I mean, now that I've learned more, I've used Lyft before, but now when I come to San Francisco, I will take Lyft way more often. But I'm a public transportation junkie. So.
Not me. I'd rather ride around in my Prius. I want my own car. But I only take public transportation if I absolutely have to. But I think you're right. In business now, in everything, it's becoming a community. It is. Everybody wants that community, just like we were talking about the other week about, the reason you go to Starbucks and the community around that, and everything now has a community, and people are wanting more of that community in every business relationship that they have. So it's moving businesses and small businesses and even corporations need to start having a community.
Well, that's what and that's actually why.
What they do, and the memberships and all that kind of stuff makes it a community too. So.
Well, that's actually one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm actually going to be shooting some video with Forbes magazine and Canon printers. And one of the things that Canon is doing, and all of these things are being shot at a place called WeWork, Golden Gate, which is this hotel is close to it. And they, a co-working space, so that even people who are individual workers can have a sense of community. And I think it's interesting that even Canon, instead of creating these huge TV campaigns, is actually creating campaigns around small, intimate community events. So everything has really, and instead of pretending to connect with the overall small business population, they choose to do that by creating more intimate relationships with people who have communities, and then letting that relationship move through because it's way more authentic.
Yeah, and that's very smart. They just did something like that locally here, where they've created this co-working space. It's for people just like you and me that maybe work from home, but we want to go into like an office space and work, or even work with other like-minded individuals who may not do exactly what we do, but maybe they do work at home too, and they want an office space, or they just want to, get out of the house for a couple of days a week and go and work in an office environment if that's what they want. You can also collaborate with other people, or if you want to meet with other people and collaborate with them, because, like I have an assistant that works from home, and she's like 20 minutes from me. So instead of her coming to my house and me going to her house, we could go to like this co-working space and collaborate on something.
Exactly. And it's a great way to get new clients too, right? Because if they'll have a great mix of people. They'll have admin people, they'll have technical people, ad agencies, and a lot of times they'll create that kind of a relationship with the people who work there. In a way, it's almost like a co-op.
Right, exactly. So you have all those other resources, and you can network while you're there, or you can just go and get some work done. Whatever, you're around, you're about town, or whatever, you want to stop, get some work done, maybe go have some lunch and go home, instead of, just going to the Starbucks to work or whatever. Everybody's there for a central reason, and most of them are already working from home or whatever. So I think that's pretty interesting. I'm going to check that out myself here.
And I think I want to make a request to anyone who's watching. I really would love to know what examples you have of, oh yeah, look at her, she's tempting me. What examples you have of brands that are really doing a great job of creating a sense of community and, dare I say, intimacy with their audience. Like one example that we had talked about is, have you noticed how toilet paper advertising has changed? I mean, remember back in the day, it used to be, we have bigger rolls, it's stronger, it's softer, it's all feature based. But now you've got this prim and proper English woman talking about wiping your bum.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's like this sense of familiarity that's happening, whether it's because of reality TV or whether it's because of the social sharing. We're very self-revealing, and we expect people to talk to us as if they, like, things that were previously unsaid are somehow okay to talk about now.
Right, exactly. People are okay, just like with the toilet paper commercial. You have them talking about it's not leaving the lint behind, and you're all clean, and it's personal problems that you face when you go to the bathroom that we weren't talking about before. Now, I'm not sure I want to now, but they are.
Well, and you know, and there's
a lot more personable. But I mean, I think a lot of companies are doing community, and not to be a repeat record here, but I think Starbucks does a great job at that. You join their community of people, and you're a member, you're a gold member. There's a community around it. It's brilliant marketing. It's a $5 coffee. Why else would you pay $5 for a flippin' coffee?
And this is shocking because maybe we should play I'd Buy That, because to have Rhonda pay a premium price for anything is a real achievement.
Exactly. I don't do that, but a lot of it is the community around it, the people there that are really nice. And I can tell you, I probably spend half my net worth at Starbucks. I'm constantly reloading my Starbucks account on my phone constantly, and it's like $20 a pop. And then I go, and then everyone else in my house wants to go with me, so we go to Starbucks, and you've done spent $15-20.
There you go. There you go.
We'll go 3-4 times a week. That's a lot of money in Starbucks.
Oh, yeah, that is a lot of money. I don't go that often. I did have a moment where I was having a mocha thing, and I was constantly getting mochas, but I really need to stop that.
Cut it out. I'm spending way too much at Starbucks. I'm going to have to wait and go when no one's home and they don't know I'm going, so it's just me. Keep spending money.
So let's talk a little bit about some tips for community building. I think that's sort of in order, right? Like I've been, here at Google Plus, so we have a little bit of a community. You see, similar people attending similar hangouts, and so people get to know each other that way, and that's a community in and of itself.
I've seen a lot of success with my clients when they have programs and products that they're launching. They will also create like a Facebook group that goes along with that, so that everyone who's taking that course or is part of that program can go over to Facebook and can share in the community. And you can make a community on Google Plus or Twitter. I guess you could. Not as easy. Probably Facebook or Google Plus would be the easiest ones.
Yeah,
but
and
a lot of that. People can talk about, hey, things that they're learning in the course, or
exactly,
they need help with this or they need help with that, and they feel that sense of community around that whole program or product that they purchased.
And the other community, I'm having a hard time, like my arm's getting tired. Hold on.
Are you holding it up?
I'm holding it up, and I'm trying not to like hang up or anything.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I need a workout.
This is the couch there.
I'm on the couch, right?
No, you match it. You're dressed.
I do. See. you know, the other thing that I wanted to mention too is that Ning is not dead. N-I-N-G, they were one of the first community websites out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not dead. I'm going to have to relocate. It's telling me I have low battery.
You went to picture.
I know. So I'm going to plug in. Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you. Yeah, I can hear you.
I may have to come.
Yep.
I may have to come back on the computer. I don't even know if the computer will work. Okay, hopefully I don't lose you. Can you still see me?
Yep.
So now I'm in the library. Look at this place, you guys. There's a fire.
That is awesome.
It's really totally awesome. This computer is not working. I lost my internet connection. Okay, guys.
Oh,
All right. Okay, am I back?
yeah, you're back.
Okay, great. So, so I wanted to talk about Ning. Ning is not dead, and I know that there's a few internet marketers that are using Ning very successfully. I think that's terrific. And actually, one of the reasons I'm here is to interview the founder of a program called Students of the World. So it's a nonprofit organization that sends young people around the world to do documentaries. So they're like storytellers and video people and creative people. And they get a lot of crowdfunding. And one of the things that they do, and if you can imagine, you know, these are people who might be doing a documentary. I know there's a group that's biking from Alaska to Argentina.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
And so they'll send this production crew out to follow these guys, and they crowdfund these programs. So instead of the company itself doing crowdfunding, they're actually crowdfunding by individual program. And what they say is that the people who are excited about that cause, they create a community around the cause. And so that's really an exciting way to look at it. Oh, now I've lost you.
No, you're here.
Oh, I can't see you. You're black.
Oh, well, I see you.
Okay, great. I haven't lost my connection. That's great. We could lose this connection at any time.
Oh, my gosh.
So anyway, I would love to hear people's tips on building community. I think that would be really terrific, whether you have examples of companies building community and where that makes a difference and makes you the obvious choice, or whether it's maybe some ideas of your own or questions. I think this is a really exciting conversation.
Yeah, I think so too, because I think a lot of things rest on community, and whether you feel connected to other people, especially in this digital world. We want to feel connected to other people in some way or another, not that, you know, you're the only one sitting there lonely on your couch eating Cheetos and watching this program, or you know, you purchase this product or whatever. So I think there's a sense of community around, it could be around anything, even a physical product. People who, you know, buy certain brands of shoes and clothes and enjoy, you know, certain products. So if you're selling something online, an information product, create a community around that, because it really does get more people interested in it, for one, and it keeps your people engaged in it, and I think it also adds value to whatever it is. The fact that you can engage and talk to other people that are doing the same things that you are. That's
exactly.
Twitter really popular for a while there, and it still is. But I personally, I use Twitter for, you know, connecting and feeling community around like certain programs I might be watching. So
exactly.
I may watch Shark Tank, and then I'll be twittering about Shark Tank, or, you know, whoever is up, or, you know, that was a crazy product, or I can't believe they invested in that, or I can't believe they didn't take that investment. But it's a community around it. It's not just me sitting in my living room like a nerd watching Shark Tank on replay after replay after replay.
Exactly. And, you know, one of the things I really think is a huge trend coming up as well, which is, this is a stand I'm going to take, that if you are selling stuff, meaning if you're putting your focus on the product rather than the purpose of the product or the why of the product or the mission or what you're up to or your commitment or whatever you want to call it, if that's what you're doing, you're going to have a really hard time because that's not what people want to buy. They can get products anywhere.
Right, exactly. You can, just like with Starbucks, and I always say they're going to give me a spot.
I was going to say, are you sure you're not a Starbucks? You're not getting sponsored by Starbucks?
They should actually be paying me for this spot here.
They really should.
I mean, no, really, I can get a coffee anywhere and a lot cheaper. So it's not about the coffee. And so it is. A lot of it is community with everything.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that makes a big difference. And even, you have like certain people like certain brands and things like that. So it's a community around whatever it is that you're purchasing. And you can make community around your own product and your own business. Now, Steve
absolutely.
was asking if Ning spelling was N-I-G or M-I-G, and it's N, like N as in Nancy, Ning, N-I-G.
Ning.com.
Right.
Absolutely, and definitely check it out. I think that it might be paid now. There was a time that it was free, and even if it is paid, I don't think it's very much. I think it's pretty affordable.
Yeah, and you can create your own community. And even if you don't want to go that far, like I said, create a Facebook group or a Google Plus community around.
Oh, and I have another community that I think everyone's going to be interested in. I used it a long time ago. I fell away from it, but now I'm back because I got to meet the founder, and that got me more inspired. It's called Triber, TRIRR.com. And basically, this is a great way to create a community of people who it's almost like a content curation tool. Mm-hmm. So let's say if we created a community of people who share marketing tips or low-budget marketing tips and ideas,
right,
then every time you do a blog post or anytime you share any content, that entire community will share that content and drive traffic to your site.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it is really a great tool. And it was a low-budget bootstrap and startup, and I got to meet the guy. One of the founders' names is Dino Dogan, and he's hysterical. You've got to see his Facebook page. It is so funny. But he's a speaker, but it's just him and a bunch of friends, and they were SEO guys, and they came up with this really great way to organically share content, right? Instead of tricks. SEO tricks. This is just an organic way to share content. So that's it. And then these people, of course, Triber, so they're like a tribe of folks. And and it's a great way to network and meet people inside of specific subject areas. And they don't cover just business. It's like any topic under the sun.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a great idea. So go out, build your communities, get people talking about what it is that you do or what your product is or your program or your service. So go out and build some communities around it. You can join our random Hangout community too and give us things that you want us to do. Also tell us what you want Ivana to do as a dare. So I'll
absolutely.
Our community so you can join the random community as well.
Exactly. Random people doing random stuff. Love it.
Exactly. All right. Well, we got to wrap up for today. We're going to let Ivana go before we lose her anyway. And I know she's ready to get on with her day in San Francisco and enjoy it and hopefully get in her room and get her rope. So if you weren't here earlier, you'll have to rewind and figure out what all that means. All right. Any closing thoughts before we head out?
Have an awesome week. Remember, it's about who you're being and not what you're doing, so go be awesome and wonderful.
Awesome. And I say, hey, I'm going to build a community that's going to figure out where I can find good cronuts because
I was thinking
about
that.
I went on the search and I haven't found them yet. So I am still #cronut hunting.
Love it, love it. Hey, I'm really glad this mobile thing worked. We'll have to do that again. But one thing I will tell folks is San Francisco internet is intermittent. Sometimes you got it and sometimes you don't. And I'm talking even about your 3G, LTE, whatever it is that you're using. So
Oh, I don't like that. I got to have good internet service wherever I go.
I know. As you can see, we were perfectly connected and then it zapped. So it's intermittent, so definitely be on the lookout for that. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Ivana Taylor, DIY Marketers, mobile, on the road.
Bye, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us.